All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are going to unpack a really big idea about our digital lives. We're talking about a major shift, a move away from just being a user on someone else's platform to becoming the architect, the builder of your very own digital world. So, does this hit close to home? I mean, think about it. You've got maybe thousands of friends or followers. Your feed never, ever ends. But there's this feeling, right? This sense of digital exhaustion, maybe even a weird kind of loneliness. It's the central paradox of the internet today. And let me tell you, you're not imagining that feeling. It is very real, and it actually has a name. It's the social media trap. And it's a system that's brilliantly designed to look like it's all about connection, when in reality, it's built for something completely different. Let's dig into that. The original dream of the internet was incredible, right? This wide open, decentralized space where anyone could connect with anyone. But what we ended up with is, well, a couple of giant companies that figured out how to turn our basic human need to connect into a product. And that's how you get this paradox. We're all plugged in all the time, but we feel more disconnected than ever. Okay, so here is the absolute key to understanding all of this. It's a fundamental difference that, once you see it, changes everything. We throw around the terms social media and social network like they're the same thing, but they are polar opposites. And knowing the difference, that's how you get out of the trap. So first up, let's talk social media. Think TikTok, Instagram, X, you name it. These platforms are built on a model called surveillance capitalism. Let's be really clear. They are not communication tools. They are attention brokers. Their entire business is to keep you scrolling, to log everything you do, and to sell your focus to advertisers. You're not the customer. You are the product being sold. Now, true social network, that's a whole different universe. It's a space that's intentionally built for a shared purpose. It's not a tool designed to suck up your attention. It's a tool designed to help a specific group, your book club, your professional cohort, your local neighborhood group, actually get things done together. And this slide just lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you've got social media. It's surveillance. You're the product. And the whole point is performance, what the Germans call Selbstdarstellung, which basically means self-presentation. It's a stage. But on the other side, you have the social network. Community, sovereignty, you're a member. And the goal is real connection, or Juarez for Netzing. One is a stage, the other is a workshop. So, this brings us to the very high cost of free. Because when you try to build a real community on a platform that was never, ever designed for it, you start hitting some major walls. These platforms are, by their very nature, actually hostile to what makes a community thrive. And here's the price you're really paying. Your community's private data, it's being harvested and sold. Your members' ability to focus, it's just shattered by a constant barrage of ads and algorithmic noise. All that important knowledge, the conversations, the files you share, it just gets lost, buried forever in an endless feed. And that constant pressure to perform, it just breeds anxiety and comparison, not teamwork. Which leads to the obvious question, right? If these big platforms are the problem, why don't people just build their own thing? Well, for the longest time, there was this absolutely massive roadblock in the way. Yeah, the old way was a nightmare. It meant you had to hire super expensive developers, spend thousands and thousands of dollars, wait for months just to see a first version, and then you had to deal with all the technical headaches of keeping it running. For most groups, it just wasn't even a possibility. It pushed everyone right back into the trap. But, and this is the entire point, that barrier is now gone. Completely. The cost, the complexity, the time, it's been erased. What used to be impossible for pretty much everyone is now possible for anyone. The technology that makes this happen is called web4.community. And it is a total game changer because it makes building your own sovereign social network ridiculously simple. So, how in the world does it work? Well, instead of writing code, you just write a prompt. In plain English. You just describe the digital world you want to create. Look at this example. You just say what you want, a forum for this, a library for that, and that's literally all you have to do. So how long do you think it takes for web4.community to spin up a fully functional, custom-built social network from a prompt like that? 30 seconds. Not months, not even minutes. 30 seconds. This isn't an improvement, it's a revolution. So let's take a quick look at the features that actually make this incredible speed possible, and more importantly, what it all means for your community.
This table just lays it out so clearly. You've got no-code AI generation, which means anyone can do this. You've got complete customization, so the platform serves your mission, not some advertisers. You get guaranteed digital sovereignty, your data, your rules, and a focus on persistence, so you're actually building a permanent, searchable library of knowledge, a real legacy, instead of just shouting into a void. You see, this is so much bigger than just a cool piece of tech. It's really a philosophical shift. It's about us reclaiming our digital homes. We're moving out of an age of digital submission, where we were just subjects in someone else's kingdom, and into an age of digital sovereignty. Because the future of a healthy internet isn't one or two giant monolithic platforms trying to be everything for everyone. No way. It's a rich, vibrant ecosystem of millions of small, unique, intentional digital worlds, each one built by a community for that community.
And just imagine what that actually looks like. Your book club gets its own private digital library. Your professional group gets a dedicated mentorship hub. Your neighborhood gets a secure place to share important info. And building all of this is now incredibly easy with web4.community. Look, the time for hoping that the giant platforms will change is over. Their business model is fundamentally at odds with what your community needs. The message here is simple. Stop being a subject in someone else's digital empire.
So this is the final and really the most important question. With tools like web4.community, the power is now genuinely in your hands. The barriers are gone. The playing field has been leveled. So, what kind of world are you going to build? If you're feeling inspired and ready to start, the path is ridiculously easy. Just visit web4.community. You can type in your prompt and launch your very own sovereign social network in, and I mean this literally, the next 30 seconds. Because in the end, that is the goal. Less social media, more social networks, and way more sovereignty for every single community out there. Thanks so much for tuning in.